250 millilitres of double cream.
Ma che double cream? You don't need double cream. You don't need double cream. You can't call it carbonara if you use cream. You got ham, cream, rosemary. What's next? Worcestershire sauce?
And 90 grams of hard cheese, parmesan and cheddar.
Did you say cheddar? Far out. So many of you have sent me this video. Jamie Oliver made a carbonara cake. He called it carbonara with a twist. Is this good or bad? Let's watch it.
Okay, we're gonna make pasta and salad. Sounds normal? This is not normal. You're gonna go nuts for this one.
Ooh, okay, well, he did tell us that, so okay. Oh, it's gonna be a good video.
We're gonna make carbonara, one of the most loved pastas in the world.
We love carbonara.
But not a normal carbonara, oh no. We're gonna make cake!
I like where this is going. So that you know, all of you are stressing out. I believe he's not gonna make a cake, you know, with sugar and flour, no. What he's trying to do here, I believe, I haven't watched the video yet, is the Neapolitan frittata pasta, okay? It's a dish from Naples. Basically, it's leftover pasta that you make the day after by adding eggs in it, and it becomes like a pasta frittata. It can be called pasta cake because, I don't know, just to be creative, and it's good for the English speakers. Instead of calling frittata pasta cake sells better, okay? And it can be done with carbonara leftovers. That's a good idea, actually. If you have carbonara and you don't know how to read it the day after or how to make it creamy again, well, what you do is you mix it with the eggs, maybe add some pasta water, add some cheese in it. You have to put the cheese, and then you can bake it and you can make a carbonara cake. I actually have a video from many years ago. You can search for it. It's called pasta frittata, and I use the carbonara technique. And I believe this is what he's doing. Looks crazy, to be honest, but I'm intrigued.
It's got all the flavours of a classic carbonara with spaghetti, succulent ham, and an amazing blend of creamy cheeses, all baked into a mouth-watering cake.
All right, this is where he starts to worry me. He said we're gonna make a carbonara, proper carbonara, so I'm using proper ingredients, but I see rosemary, no. And he mentioned ham. He didn't say guanciale or pancetta, so where is this going? And then he said a mix of cheeses. Yes, you can use pecorino and also a creamy cheese to go in the middle, such as mozzarella or burrata, and not cheeses, not too many cheeses, okay? But let's see where it's going, okay?
I've got a pan of water here. I'm gonna boil 300 grams of pasta in here, like that.
He's using the Cecco pasta, which is a respected brand.
I'm using spaghetti just because I like the way it kind of sprawls around, and of course the whole family loves spaghetti.
It's also easier and better for the cake that you want to do. The Neapolitan pasta frittata comes out best with the spaghetti or bucatini. In fact, if you go to Naples, there is one of the most beautiful food creation ever that nobody talks about, nobody knows. It's called frittatina napoletana, okay? It's bucatini pasta mixed with a white ragu and bechamel and peas, mix it together, form into like small discs, and then buttered and fried, and that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever eaten in my life. I'm working on the recipe for you. It's a recipe that is not well known, nobody talks about, you probably don't know, and I have to be the one introducing you to it, okay? Because I'm getting the recipe from the best frittatina napoletana makers in Naples. You will love this.
As a kind of guarantee of crispiness and goldenness, I'm just gonna grate the parmesan into our mold here. Next, we need 250 grams of ham.
Mannaggia, he said carbonara, now he's using ham. Ma che cavolo, I love Jamie so much. Honestly, he's my inspiration, still is. Why do you have to make people upset? Why do you have to make people upset with you? Like, I'm upset now, Jamie, come on. Gennaro is your best man, and you don't do that. You can be creative with the carbonara, but you need to use the carbonara ingredients. Otherwise, it's not a carbonara anymore. This could be a great cake with ham and cheese is great, but don't call it carbonara. Call it Jamie cake pasta. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's great, I love it. Use pineapple, use ham, use whatever you want in there, okay? But call it Jamie pasta. Do not mention carbonara just because you need to get the views.
I'm taking it off the bone, but you can use any kind of cooked ham you like.
I love ham off the bone. I have it all the time in a panino, and it's so good.
What I'm gonna do, just to kind of mimic the spaghetti, I'm gonna cut it into little threads, like this. You can tear it up if you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it. For the sauce, go in with 3 large eggs.
I know there is no right or wrong, but it made it way too big. Like, like having spaghetti with carbonara, cut it into cubes, chunks, or cut it into strips. These are too long strips. I made the carbonara cake, the pasta frittata before, using leftover carbonara. You can't do it like that, okay? The eggs needs to be beaten by itself first. You need to mix the eggs first, okay? You can't just mix it like that now, okay? So first, the method is completely wrong.
250 milliliters of double cream.
Ma che double cream? You don't need double cream. You don't need double cream. Then I just realized, guys, okay, that the spaghetti actually cook fresh, so it's not using leftover pasta. So the recipe, forget about Naples, there is nothing Neapolitan in this, okay? He's making this all from scratch. But why the eggs are not beaten separately to make a carbonara? And why cream? Why you're using cream? You can't call it carbonara if you use cream. You got ham, cream, rosemary. What's next? Worcestershire sauce?
And 90 grams of hard cheese. For me, a killer combo is 50-50 Parmesan and cheddar.
Did you say cheddar? Far out. No, cheddar is, come on, what is the pecorino? Pecorino is what you make carbonara. Pecorino and Parmigiano, okay. Pecorino, ma cheddar and Parmigiano. Mannaggia la miseria. Just remove the word carbonara, Jamie. I'm sure it will taste delicious. I'm not that. You're a great cook, but call it Jamie English pasta bake. Do not call it carbonara. Don't use the name of carbonara. Don't. Do you understand why I get upset here?
And really importantly, for that beauty.
Okay, like you can make a carbonara with a twist. Okay, let's say you want to make carbonara with seafood. Okay, you use all carbonara ingredients. No guanciale, use seafood, because you can eat meat, okay? You replace the meat with zucchini, okay? You want to make a carbonara with a twist? Yes, amazing. Use the carbonara ingredients. And then you can add the twist on it if you want, okay? But the carbonara has to be a carbonara, okay? And then you add the twist. But what you're telling me, I'm going to make a carbonara, great, turn it into cake, and you're using all these ingredients that don't make sense and they don't belong to carbonara, it's not a twist, because you're not actually making carbonara. You're not. Just because you're using eggs, can't call it carbonara, because at the moment, the egg is the only ingredient that belongs to carbonara. In case you don't understand what I'm trying to say, the message I'm trying to give you, write a comment below, share your opinion, and I will reply to explain to you a little bit better what I'm trying to do here, okay? Yes, we need original recipes to be kept alone, but yes, we can be creative, modern, and play with food, come up with new recipes, of course. Try not to touch the original, but if you touch the original and you add on, don't change it, you add on, just let us know, okay, so we are prepared, okay? But we want to have the real original flavors with add-ons. It's like if you go to a pizzeria, you say, I want margherita, and please put mushrooms on top. You can do that. You're hitting a margherita with add-on.
Plenty of black pepper. So 2 big pinches of that.
That's not plenty. Carbonara needs more than that, but that's okay.
I'm going to add a lovely hit of rosemary to the mix. And to help you out, dip it in boiling water to release that gorgeous fragrance.
See, I don't understand. Rosemary with the carbonara doesn't make sense.
Rip up 3 sprigs and sprinkle them around. Just mix.
You didn't even mix ingredients. The pasta can't be mixed that way. The bowl is too small. Beat the eggs first separately, because the eggs haven't been beaten. You can't do that. Okay? The ham needs to be cut into small pieces. The cheese, you can't put the Amandano cheese on first before the pasta. The cheese should go after, okay? I'm sorry, but that bowl is way too small, Jamie. Come on, you have experience. What's going on with you, my friend?
And coat with the lovely, rich, creamy sauce. Simple.
But you didn't make it simple.
And then what I like to do is just pull it around a bit. Make a few bits.
I love when Jamie uses his hands. At the moment, the pasta must be very hot, so don't attempt that. Just use tongs or forks, because the pasta is extremely hot, but I love Jamie doing this. It's the Jamie touch.
Bake this beauty for 35 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit until it goes gorgeously golden and crispy.
If you don't make the frittata pasta we're talking about, the pasta will be way too dry, okay? You don't want the pasta to be too dry.
Absolutely beautiful. Sizzling away. Allow it to cool for a couple of minutes to firm up before you release it from its tin.
It's actually beautiful that you did this pasta in the oven, okay? I wish it was not called carbonara, but it's nice. I'm sure the English crowd will love it. Just remove the word carbonara.
So there you go, guys. Welcome to the wonderful world of carbonara cake.
Seems very moist, which is nice.
Golden and crispy on the outside, with a creamy, gooey centre, served with a crispy, zingy salad. And
You don't need a salad. What do you need a salad for? Why, to make you feel? Why do you need a salad for? I don't understand. It's okay, serve it with salad, but you're having a very heavy, higher cholesterol dish than the salad. Is it just to try and balance it? Okay, that's fine. This to me looks a bit too dry in the middle, and it's probably not something I'm going to enjoy. But I haven't tried, so I don't think it's something I'm going to love, but it will fill me up for sure.
let's get in there. Let's have a little try. Let's destroy this beautiful thing. Oh yeah.
I just feel like the spaghetti haven't made love with the ingredients. It hasn't been mixed properly, and there's a technique to do it. So, well, in this case, use cream. So let's imagine you're recreating this recipe. So what I will do is spaghetti out of the pot, straight in the cream. Okay, mix it with the cream. Spaghetti, toast with the cream. Okay, and then you start adding the ham and chop the ham smaller. You got beaten eggs with some cheese, and then finally you add the eggs, okay? And you transfer it in the cake thing, okay? But what I would have done to make it even better is to actually put one layer first, then I put the mozzarella or burrata to make it the filling, as in cream, and then you put the top layer on top and then bake it. That way we have a creamier pasta bake, okay? Because you do need that creaminess in the middle, otherwise it's gonna be too dry. You guys admire Jamie the way I do, I hope you do. Lots of respect for Jamie, nothing against him. It's just that unfortunately in these days, I think everyone is getting bored, everyone wants more, but you need to remember that to be happy in life, you need less. Less is more, okay? I know everyone wants to go viral, I know everyone wants to use popular keywords to become famous, and that's okay. But we also need to keep information right. We can't just think of going viral, okay? So Jamie, what I'm trying to say to you is, please remove the word carbonara, create the pasta as you want, that's fine, it's up to you, but let's leave carbonara alone, okay? Because there's nothing carbonara in this dish. I hope it makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the video the same way I did. The setting is beautiful. Jamie is always full of love. After so many years of being in successful man, he's still passionate about what he does. And that's something that really motivates me and should motivate you as well. So a round of applause for Jamie for being a wonderful man. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe or reaction video. E ora si mangia Vincenzo's Plate. And please go and watch my frittata carbonara. It's an interesting one, interesting.